a serious vulnerability showed up in React that allows attackers to execute arbitrary commands directly on the server. This is unauthenticated remote code execution. It affects applications using React server components and Next.js servers. React normally runs on the client side. It handles user input and updates its state and then renders components in the browser. React also escapes input by default, which is why most people assume React apps are safe from injection attacks. This issue is not related to the front end. The problem happens when React server components send data between the client and the server. The issue starts after the request leaves the browser. When React server components send data to the server, they don't use normal JSON. Instead, React uses the flight protocol, which splits data into multiple chunks and sends it as form data. Once this request reaches the server, React reassembles those chunks back into a JavaScript object. This step is called deserialization. Here's where things go wrong. This endpoint doesn't require authentication, and during deserialization, React doesn't strictly control what those references inside the data can point to. That means an attacker can craft their own request and include. So let me show you the proof of concept using both automated and manual methods. First, we start with automated discovery. We scan the target surface using Shodan or other search engines, combined with specific filters to identify servers running React or Next.js. I already prepared a clean list of IPs based on those results. Next, I'm using a script to scan the IPs from that list. This script checks for the vulnerable behavior.
But it's breaking anyway. Running in a circle, never reaching you. Every trace is fragile, every sound is proof.
In my case, the response confirmed server-side execution, which means I was able to get command execution on the target.
Set me free. It's tearing me like it's all I'll ever be. I'm screaming in the static now. Your voice is fading, wearing out. I'm holding what is gone by, but still I don't let.
You can also detect this issue using tools like Nuclei. There are specific templates available that help identify this vulnerability at scale. Now let's move to manual testing. Using Burp Suite, we can intercept and modify requests to better understand how the server processes the data. We'll go through the techniques one by one. In this first method, the command output is directly returned in the server response. This execution stays active as long as the affected server process is running. At this point, interacting with the application allows command execution through specific parameters. I think that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like the video. Bye.